Men and young men only. I know that when it comes to women and dating, for some reason y'all don't like to listen to women. You rather listen to a bald bitch spit all over a podcast mic. But take it from somebody that's taking collegiate level sociology classes.
What?
You're much better off listening to us than those angry, unloved men that be spitting all over the podcast mics. Okay? It is a fact, a statistical researched fact, that the happiest men are married men in long-term relationships. Do not listen to these men that tell you women have nothing to offer you, that they bring nothing to the table, that they bring no value. There's a reason why they sound so angry and hurt when they get to talking about women on those podcasts. It's because they're lonely. What are the stats? What are the facts? They'll tell you that women only want you for your money. No, women only want them for their money, because obviously if you listen to how they speak about women, money is all they have to offer women. It's because they're lonely. What are the stats? What are the facts? They'll tell you that women only want you for your money. No, women only want them for their money, because obviously if you listen to how they speak about women, money is all they have to offer women. They cannot offer a pleasant personality. They cannot offer love and respect. They can literally only offer women money. So women will only use them for their money. If you are a good man that treats women with respect, they won't care about how much money you have. I can tell you right now, women get with bums every single day. And let me remind y'all that for the last couple years, you guys have constantly been reminding us that there is a male loneliness epidemic. What else has happened in the last couple years? A rise in red pill content. A rise in men telling other men to devalue women. A rise in men telling other men that they're better off single, when factually, statistically, y'all being single leads to y'all offing yourselves. Literally. And listening to these type of men really does not help when we also consider the inverse of that fact, that when the happiest women are single, childless women.
Stop the cap.
We aren't killing ourselves behind being single. To y'all offing yourselves. Literally. And listening to these type of men really does not help when we also consider the rise in red pill content. A rise in men telling other men to devalue women. A rise in men telling other men that they're better off single, when factually, statistically, y'all being single leads to y'all offing yourselves.
Okay, I went back like 2 times because I wanted to hear her say that again. I wasn't sure. She said that us being lonely, or people that's not in a relationship, is being lonely, results in the person killing themselves or offing themselves, what she said. But she also is talking on her phone. That's what it looked like, but she only showing half her face, not her full face. Hmm.
Literally. And listening to these type of men really does not help when we also consider the inverse of that fact, that when the happiest women are single, childless women.
Stop the cap.
We aren't killing.
The happiest women are single. So single mothers are happy right now. Hmm. Hmm. I dated some people that had kids. I kind of regret it. But mm, they always had problems with their baby daddy. They already had problems with bringing in food, finding finding some daycare that they can actually trust, and just yelling, saying no constantly. Like I I haven't seen one that I saw. Like maybe some mothers out there that's just happy, just you know what I mean, having a kid by yourself. They don't need no man, whatever. Like that's your life, but I don't think that's a majority of people who single mothers that's out there that's just like loving being a single mom. That's an L. That's not a W.
Off single, when factually, statistically, y'all being single leads to y'all offing yourselves. Literally. And listening to these type of men really does not help when we also consider the inverse of that fact, that when the happiest women are single, childless women.
Stop the cap.
We aren't killing ourselves behind being single. You guys are, though. And with that, stop listening to men that have their guns loaded already. Misery loves company, and they want you to be just as miserable as they are. They are too disgusting as people to find love, and therefore are telling other men that love isn't worth it. When for a lot of men, a relationship does equate to happiness. It does. Y'all giving up relationships because you don't want to give women the love, value, respect, attention, time that they deserve is literally doing y'all a disservice more than it's doing women a disservice. Because again, factually, we will die happy without you. We're more likely to die happy without you. That is the complete opposite for you. And I'm saying this out of love and care. It is love month. Everybody deserves love. Y'all too. But you're not going to get it if you keep listening to these men and adopting these minds. Statistically, they're going to end up offing themselves due to being sick, or dying alone in a retirement home because women.
Already I'm really like intrigued in her, like knowing the stats of where she getting this from. That most men are most likely to hurt themselves because they're not in a relationship. Most men I know that whether they sad or depressed, they mostly hit the gym. You can tell when someone been going through something. Just look at their body when it comes to a man. It's either they just don't care and get fat, or they just locked in focus and they just buff. I mean, I don't I I'm trying to understand where she coming from. It seems more like an attack on like red pill, or I guess so that's what they call them, like red pill or something like that. But um, yeah,
being
um,
single or dying alone in a retirement home because women caretake will only again want to be around them for money. Those nurses there for a check, or dying in bed next to a prostitute. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuel.
Yeah. You can't make this shit up, people. You cannot make this shit up.
What she's doing here is trying to gaslight men into picking up women who do not bring anything to the table, women who do not add value to his life. It is better to be in the wilderness by yourself than to be with these aggressive, boisterous, belittling black women. It's in the Bible. Go look it up. But you notice how she's attacking the red pill community. She's attacking passport bros, and she is attacking Kevin Samuels, all without acknowledging the reason why these men would rather be alone. And this is exactly why I encourage men to get to the chopper, because these women do not want to take accountability for their toxic traits. They're just expecting men to pick them up, and many of their long titties. But let us watch a few clips of Kevin Samuels once again proving why men need to put themselves first and pursue your peace and happiness.
Get to the chopper!
You were already a mother when you married him, right?
Right. Yep.
He accepted your child. You didn't give him a child.
oh man, I'm sorry. I had to. I'm sorry. I had to pause this. I'm sorry. I was dating someone in the past that like like literally those couple of words is just like enough for me. I was dating someone that had two kids, and she didn't want to have another kid, and then she also was like, like always kind of moments where she had to remind me that they was not my kids, even though they was calling me dad and all this other crazy stuff and stuff like that. Wherever I go, they walk right behind me. Then one of them would get sick. She would try to feed them medicine. They would just turn their head. I'll take the medicine from her, put it in their mouth, and he would just literally sit there like one of her sons, literally sit there and calm. I'll just give it to him. We just sit there and calm. Then go run and play. Like it's certain things that she was trying to do. They would just no, 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 whine and cry, and then I would literally look at them like with a serious face with the medicine. I look at them, and then they look back at me, and it was like, and I just give it to them. They just take the medicine where they drinking and walk away. It's like it's people don't understand how crucial it is to have a man figure in like a child's life. Like it's literally like anyone who's watching this who have a kid knows that as a mother, you can sit there and say as much as you want to that kid, he will act up. The dad comes home, all of a sudden he's straight acting up. Dad don't even have to hit him. He just straighten up. It's the male presence. And it's just something like this that the couple words that he just said was just literally what I went through with one of my old relationships. It's just like always getting reminded that I'm not the father, and there's two kids that's not mine, and I can't even have another one because she's done having kids. It's like what am I gaining out of this? And I really liked her, but it's like at the same time, it's like if I lock in with her, if I get married to her, it's like I'm taking care of someone else's kids. I'm losing, then I'm gaining. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking care of someone else's responsibilities, and I'm not even gaining a child of my own. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't want to get too deep in it, but it's just what he just said. Like a couple of things she just said was just like this clicked in my head.
He accepted your child. You didn't give him a child. And you start cheating on him. Were you cheating on him with your baby daddy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Holy crap.
Yep.
Man, this is some bullshit.
I don't care how much they tell you. They hate them. They nasty. They dirty. They do this. They did that. I hate them. Like all this other stuff that they feed into your head, saying that I would never ever be with him. I would never ever want him. It's always would go back. Like the ones I've been with, it's always been a reason where I would break up with them. A couple of months later, it's like it's either me, her still cool or something like that. And then I realized that those two is back together or something like that. It's like it's I don't know. Maybe it's just me. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But
Start cheating on him. Were you cheating on him with your baby daddy?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yep.
Man, this is some bullshit.
Who ended up filing for divorce?
Me.
Where's your child's father?
He takes care of our child.
I just said, where is he?
I don't know. What do you mean?
Are you guys still together?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, because he just wanted to screw up your situation.
Yep. That's exactly what he wanted.
And yeah, and you were dumb enough to let him do it.
Precisely.
Ma'am, I wasn't saying what I was saying to be mean, but you found a guy who was willing to accept you as a baby mama and took care of you and another man's child. And the respect you paid him was to continue to sleep with your baby daddy. You didn't give him a child, and you let this dude that did not marry you, did not make you and him, his child, a family. You let him come in there, just messed up your entire situation. He left you over there busted by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And you deserve where you are.
God damn.
I accept that.
And I wasn't saying it to be mean, man, but I'm saying the victim in all this was your husband.
Yeah, he was.
Them gal wicked, them wicked, them wicked.
I don't know what she agreeing to be like sarcastic or she like actually agreeing like she actually like yeah he was the victim or she just saying yeah true yeah you're right yeah like I'm not sure if she just agreeing to be sarcastic but that is crazy bro. You hook up with a woman, you have kids, you get married to her, she cheat with her ex-boyfriend or ex-baby daddy, whatever. I mean ex-boyfriend I guess you can say. She fought for divorce to get to divorce you even though she cheated. You divorced like y'all separated and now she's by herself again because the other dude just came in because he saw a situation that he wanted to fuck up and he fucked it up, dipped out, and broke that up.
Them gal wicked, them wicked, them wicked.
They will always be in love with the man that they gave their womb to. They will always choose the man that they gave their womb to over the simp that's going to marry them. They look at simps and laugh. The woman in the video yesterday that said she knew her husband was a simp when he picked her up and her 3 kids.
He was a simp, and I seen the opportunity, and I took it.
Well, I'm saying what his qualities was.
I mean, for one, he accepted the fact that I have 3 kids.
So you got 3 kids too?
I have 3 children.
Them gal wicked, them wicked, them wicked. Them gal wicked, them wicked, them wicked.
What you're basically saying is the man I married and had 2 children was not high value. But now I'm coming to the market, divorced, older, with 2 children, wanting a man who was financially better than the one I had 2 kids for.
Yeah. I know it sounds bad.
It sounds exactly like what it is. Are your children an asset to another man?
They can be.
How can they be?
Some guys just want to be stepdaddy.
No. Tell me how they can be an asset.
Can't tell you nothing right now. Can't think of anything.
Bottom line, man, you married a military guy. Why are y'all divorcing?
He was cheating.
Please explain to me why you want a guy who's so high up now.
I feel there's nothing wrong with wanting a stepdaddy with high value. Like, it's okay for me wanting my kids to go to private school.
What?
Because if I find a guy and he's high value and he's okay with, I just don't see how it's like, oh, she got kids. Oh, I understand it is like more options out there, but just like, it's possible.
Really? You don't see any issue with wanting your kids to go to private school that you cannot afford to pay for and your husband can't afford to pay for. That's one of the issues in our community, that a woman like yourself could honestly come up and say, I don't see any problem getting somebody who had nothing to do with this to pay for the bill. That's that welfare state mentality. You can't afford it. Your husband can't afford it. That means you don't get it. The only way you could get your kids in private school is to find somebody else who's willing to put your kids in private school. You want your kids in private school? Get a nanny, get a tutor, work with them to get them a scholarship. That's what you're supposed to do. Ma'am, in this life, we get what we work, what we earn and worth. You want somebody else to pay your bills. That is unfair. It is selfish.
How?
Because you don't have the money.
The fact that she said how,
Come on, man. You don't know better than that as a cool person. Come on, man.
that's what I'm telling you. It's not worth the squeeze. These women are straight up wicked, straight up evil. They're looking for men to clean up their mistakes. Y'all remember Savior Community Black Men? When content creators were encouraging men to stay and pick up single moms instead of going overseas to find wives that were
Who said that? Whoa, what? What is she talking about?
These women are straight up wicked, straight up evil. They're looking for men to clean up their mistakes. Y'all remember Savior Community Black Men? When content creators were encouraging men to stay and pick up single moms instead of going overseas to find wives that were raised with traditional values? Yeah.
Man, this is some bullshit.
What can you offer, ma'am? You weren't even married to a man. You have no history of taking care of a man. Y'all talk about high value men like they're a pair of shoes. And when I say go back to your ex, you say no, 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 no. Well, ma'am, you made babies with him.
Yeah, but I was young. I feel like that's not fair.
When Kevin Samuels say stuff about like a high value man, um, I know some people, or excuse me, some men may think of it as like, oh, a high value. Sorry about that. A high value man has to be a dude making this amount of money or making this crazy amount of money. Yeah, yeah, shoot, true. But sometimes I can see a high value man as just being like someone that's honestly, as a man being in his 30s or maybe mid 20s without a kid. To be honest, nowadays any man around that age has a kid at least. Sometimes, like I'm probably the majority, I guess you can say, but most men I know around my circle have kids. Um, I wouldn't say most, but some of them, most of them, yeah, yeah, some of them have kids. But a high value can be someone who has a man who has a career making good amount of money. Good amount of money don't have to be three figures, I guess you can say in a way that can be a high value man. I think I make enough. I don't make a crazy amount. Like I think 70. I think I make 76K a year, or it's 70 something K a year. That's me like doing what I'm doing right now. So it's like it's not the YouTube, like my outside job, like me being an instructor and all the other stuff, the stuff that I do outside of, YouTube. But um, I feel like still, like, it's just certain things that you have that can make you valuable. You know what I mean? Like having your own house, having, I don't know, your own like little business or something like that on the side, or maybe having like, certain other stuff that sets you aside from other people, if that makes sense. But I don't know. I feel like if you're like, let's just say you're a young man who's watching this or older than me. I'm 33, so let's just say you're older than me, you 40s or whatever like that. I feel like you at that age that you have a house, you got your car, you got your career and stuff like that. bills is paid for, savings looking very healthy. Like, you know what I mean? I wouldn't like, I wouldn't get with a girl with kids, man. I tried it 2 times, and it always end with some drama. Like it always ends with some, you know, you know, it's just always like a headache, to be honest. And it's like when you get attached to those kids, because I still miss my ex kids. Like I love them. Like I was like, the dude called me dad. He's following me around. Like I was so interested in cars. I made him. Well, he was already kind of interested, but he was very like locked in, interested in cars. After a while, like watching the TV show Cars, like the little cartoon TV show and stuff, and always around me and stuff like that. Like he like you know what I mean? It's like when you build that attachment, it's like y'all two break up, you're breaking off that attachment with the kids too. But it's like it's not even yours, so it's not like you can't see them. You know what I mean? It's like not like you have rights to them. It's kind of like, oh, that's my kids. I get it. You help them do this and the third. Bye though. It's like, but I ain't gonna talk too much about that. But yeah, it's just like I would say if you up there, you doing really good, you focus, you buff, you doing all this stuff in your life and your career and stuff like that. I'll say the last thing you need, bro, is to take care of someone else's kids. I know some men out there would do it. Some men is married 20 years and did that. You know what I mean? It can work, you know what I mean, for some people, but I don't know. It's just my luck of the draw, it's never worked. Maybe I didn't change my type. I don't know. But
Married to a man. You have no history of taking care of a man. Y'all talk about high value men like they're a pair of shoes. And when I say go back to your ex, you say no, 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 no. Well, ma'am, you made babies with him.
Yeah, but I was young. I feel like that's not fair. I was very young. We all make mistakes.
That was
what? I was young. We all make mistakes. So what is you trying to call your kids mistakes? Like what the fuck does that like what does that mean? You trying to call your kids a mistake? Like what does that mean?
Ex, you say no, 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 no. Well, ma'am, you made babies with him.
Yeah, but I was young. I feel like that's not fair. I was very young. We all make mistakes.
That was
Is she trying to say like she made a mistake like getting a baby or she made them like I don't know what she I don't know. That just sounds wild to me. That just sound wild. Sound like she's trying to call her kids a mistake. I don't know. Was the mistake of having a kid, or maybe that a mistake of having a kid? Maybe I would go with that.
pathetic.
Say that again.
I feel like that's not fair because we all make mistakes. And I was young and now I'm older.
You're 25 years old and you feel like that's not fair. Ma'am, you sound like a.
What?
Bitch, if you want a burger, eat a burger. Bitch, if you want a french fry, get a french fry.
I mean, seriously, ma'am. I feel like that's not fair.
I don't know.
That's not something an adult says. What does your ex do?
He works at GM.
GM. And what's so bad about him?
It's a lot inner issues like with him. Like he's just angry. He can get abusive.
But you had 2 babies with him.
Yes, and that was before I was young.
High value men are not an insurance policy. They're not a get out of jail free card. You got nothing, young lady, because you had children. You need a man, period. You are in no position to be picky.
Okay, you were young and dumb. Deal with the consequences. Why should somebody else come in and deal with the consequences?
You shouldn't have got a woman pregnant that didn't want to marry you. Not a good position.
Yeah.
But that's the position you find yourself in. I'm going to give you some practical advice. What does she do for a living?
She's an artist.
Holy shit. Call the lead attorney, get custody of your kid.
We live together. So
I don't give a shit. An artist that didn't want to marry you. And then she got pregnant.
I'm honestly, I'm not even gonna finish this video. Honestly, I'm gonna stop it right there because that honestly just pissed me off. My man, you have your baby mama, y'all living with each other, and she's a art. Uh, I don't know. I can make it through it.
You're gonna be a 6-figure plus earner.
That's right.
Does she earn any money?
She does all right for herself. I mean, it's nowhere near what I make.
Right. So get your kid. I'm trying to make it light, man, but the woman didn't want to marry you. See, here's the problem with us as men. We invest too much in women who don't want us. Come on, man. You made a baby with an artist. Okay, that's cool. She didn't want to marry you. So get your kid, put her on child support, and go live the pursuit of happiness with a Y. Or believe in the power of sunshine, fairy tales, and leprechauns and hope that your situation doesn't turn out like 99% of the chance it will be because she didn't want to marry you.
Mm-hmm.
We have to give Kevin Samuels his credit for holding men accountable too. But the chicken heads will never acknowledge that.
No.
How old are you?
I'm 32. So I'm in the danger zone.
You've only dated one man. That means you've dated women?
Yes.
Okay. Why do you need high value?
Most of the guys that I have come in contact with, they strive for you to be businesswoman and work. I do desire to be a stay-at-home mom. I want to cater to the home.
See, this is one of the problems you ladies have. You have this really chaotic relationship picture.
Mm-hmm.
I like women, I like men. I'm celibate for spiritual reasons, but then I want to turn around and be a stay-at-home housewife with a high-value man. If I threw a bunch of puzzle pieces out and tried to make it all make sense, I'd have a better chance than putting some of this stuff together. I don't know why you ladies make this so complex. Mm-hmm. And then when asked, it's outside. You sound like a whole chaos, man. So when you say men want you to do such and so forth, you ain't had a man in 4 years. God damn. I'm just saying dating.
Right.
So how can you say what men do or don't?
That's true. That's just off observation from other people's experience.
Exactly. Relationships have become a theoretical exercise with you ladies.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, it's cost you lots of time.
Right.
But you ladies all think you deserve high value men, and you're not high value women. I got to be brutally honest. You're not high value women.
Okay.
And that's not an insult. It's no different than me saying 90 to 95% of men are high value, but you all tend to want this.
Yeah, and they all get their relationship experiences off TikTok. All of their relationship experiences tend to be secondhand. Oh, men are going to cheat on you. Men are going to leave you. Men are going to do this. Men are going to do that. Have you ever experienced it? Nah, but they heard somebody on TikTok who have experienced it. So they take it and run and then put it on all men. Put it that all men are like that.
Come on, man. You don't know better than that as a cool person. Come on, man.
You went to college?
Yeah, my degree. It's in social work.
Right. So you went to school. Do you have student loan debt?
Yes, I do.
So what you're telling me is you went to school to go into debt, to go to work, to when you find a husband, you just say, now you pay all that debt. It was useless then. Why go to college and get into all that debt if you're not going to use it?
No, that's what I'm saying. I want to use my degree. So my plan is, of course, structured around family planning when I get ready to have a child, to just have money saved up so that I'm able to pay that debt off. Because
pay that debt off with whose money, though?
With mine.
How? Ma'am, social work. You're not balling. You get married, get pregnant, you don't want to work anymore. There's no more money coming in from you. How are you going to pay off a debt?
What I was saying was I wanted to plan for a family.
Again, saving whose money?
Saving my money, Kevin.
How much are you making right now?
Right now, I make about $2,000 a month.
Lady, you're broke. That's $24,000 a year. You have to be living at home with mama or something. Okay, reality check time. You have no plan. And if you do have a plan, it's a bad one. How much is your student loan debt?
About $100K.
Okay, I'm gonna end it right there. Um, I'm gonna end it right there. That's crazy. Um, in her circumstances, it's not that bad. I mean, she basically saying she want to save up her money, and then when she save up her money for when she want to have a kid, she able to save up her money and have a kid, and then pay off the student debt. But what he's trying to say is like the amount of money that she's making, her saving up that money plus kid, like her having a kid or something like that, is not gonna like I don't know, I don't know. That's crazy. Hun- Bruh. If I had that right now, I'll be having an M4 outside my car, brand new, the CS version. But I'm gonna end the video right here because I don't even know what to say after that. That's crazy. But I'll see you on the next one, man. Peace.